Nice to see you. Come in. I'm glad you're here for this video today. As you're getting settled, let me just let you know kind of what's happening in this video today. It's going to be different than our usual straight into murder discussion. I just want to catch up with you guys. Let's talk a little bit of makeup. I have some treasures to show you regarding the royal family that I have that I love so much. And just some other stuff that's been going on. And I do want to touch on very quickly the Lori Vallow case. So I want to talk about that for just a second. But I just have some stuff to talk about. I just want to talk. So come on in. There's been a couple questions regarding spirit stuff that I think it's important that I address now instead of waiting. So we're going to talk about that. And I think it's important. It's important if you're going to be on my channel, it's important that you do stay up to date, because I do throw little things here and there about this case, that case. I put them here and there. So if you miss some of these quick pointers, things I'm pointing out, it could affect your understanding of where I'm coming from as a psychic medium. So just binge watch me, start from the beginning. I think I have, 35 videos. Just let them run in the background while you're cleaning the house or whatever you're doing. I don't need to know what you're doing. Just do you. Do you. So, and some of this stuff's just ridiculous garbage I want to talk about, but let me start with something that I think is important. It does not have to do with murder at all. It has to do with my arthritis. Isn't this awful? Look at this. I mean, you don't know what I used to look like, but this isn't pretty. This is not pretty at all. So this one's hurting so bad. So bad. So what I do immediately upon pain is I gather my roll-on bottle that I made. I put together this recipe. Now, my roll is gone. Why? Because I put it on my husband's bottle. Why doesn't he have a roller? God only knows. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what happens, but I gave him my roller. And all I do now is kind of just flip it upside down and rub it. Now, this is nothing weird. It's nothing hippie. Just calm down, you non-Californian people. I know I'm Californian. I know I'm a psychic. I know that's 2 strikes against me, right? But, I'm telling you, this stuff is a lifesaver. Now, let me tell you what I've put in here. It's really easy. I'll try and put the links down in the description box. Otherwise, just go on to Amazon and get the stuff that I'm going to be putting up here. I'll put some photos of stuff up here. So I have a tiny funnel. I have my glass bottle. It does need to be a dark glass. Anytime you're using essential oils, you don't want to use a clear glass or a light colored glass. This dark blue, black, brown, dark red, anything that's going to be dark, because otherwise you're messing with the integrity of the oils once they get inside. They don't like sunlight, these oils, okay? So let me show you. This is super easy. I'm not going to actually do it because my bottle's already full. So, Copaiba. Can you see that? Copaiba. I'm not going to get too much into what's in it, what is it, but this is the key ingredient right here. This is the lifesaver. This decreases pain, for one. Inflammation. It really helps with the inflammation of arthritis and other problems. We get inflamed from just random things, and as we go through life, new things pop up. It's awful, you guys. You young ladies, young gentlemen, I'm not trying to curse you. I'm not trying to make you depressed, but just have some of this stuff in your back of your mind for when these problems do occur, okay? 10 drops in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done. These you don't really need the funnel, okay, because they just come out 1 drop at a time. And then I have added this oil as well. This is one my husband recommended, Arnica. Arnica oil, purchased on Amazon, super easy. Apparently this is for inflammation as well. 10 drops, easy, so easy. Now you want to fill up the rest of your bottle. This is a 12, 15 ml bottle. I'll put it right here. I'm not sure. I apologize. I don't know. I've been doing this for years. I don't really pay attention to some of the finer details, but you can see the size of the bottle. This is pretty much the only size you'll ever need. There's some small bottles, but this is the regular full-size bottle. Okay, so you have that. You have this little funnel. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to pour some FCO, fractionated coconut oil. You can use other oils, but this one's FCO is what most people use. It's out there. It's all over the place. Fractionated coconut oil. And you're just going to fill it up to about right here. Right there. That's it. That's it. So what is the cost for these? Well, you can get a few, like a 6-pack for under $10 for these with the roller and the lid. You can get these for about $7, $8 on Amazon. And then around the same price, $7, $8 for this. So it's about like a $40 investment, but you're gonna, do you know how much you get out of these? A lot. This will last you probably years. And it's not just for fingers. It's for anywhere you have this swelling, this inflammation pain. I used to make these bottles for my friend Teresa's dad. He had horrible arthritis in his chest. And he was always thinking he was having a heart attack or stroke or something. So he just started rubbing this all over and it was the only thing that helped him. And he was also diabetic. He is passed now, but he the last couple years of his life, he lived on this stuff, and I used to make it for him. Oh, excuse me. Anywhere, foot pain, ear pain. You can put it anywhere. It's not going to hurt you. But what you don't want to do, please listen. You don't want to put any essential oils directly on skin. It might burn you. It's too concentrated. It's very concentrated. And it doesn't, don't panic. Okay, that's what this is for. This fractionated coconut oil, it's just a carrier oil. So it sort of dilutes the essential oils without lessening the potency of it. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Anyway, if you're in pain, if you're swelling like me and you have this horrible freaking arthritis garbage, try this, try it. And with Amazon, they're really good about taking things back if you've changed your mind or you're too scared to do it. But don't be scared. This is an easy fix without having to take some sort of systemic drug like ibuprofen or Tylenol, which we all take. If we cannot take that and just rub this on, that's what I prefer. I don't want Tylenol and ibuprofen in my guts. I just don't. I had a breast reduction, 4 pounds off. Not one Tylenol, nothing. I was so happy my boobs were gone. I didn't even want the pain meds, okay? I was just thrilled. I was high as a kite just from not having that. Ugh. So anyway, but of course, if you need pain meds, you take your pain meds. Okay, Now, okay, so since we're talking about my fingers, let me just tell you, I'm 55, and ever since I was 18 years old, all the way up to 2020, right when COVID started, is I was getting my nails done every 2.5, 3 weeks. For how many? 35 plus years. Oh my God. Because of my arthritis and I was just feeling more sensitive in my fingers, and I wasn't enjoying the process of getting my nails done. I didn't want to take the time anymore to go sit and maybe rush and do my nails on my lunch break from work or after work if my mom could watch Johnny for me. It's just too much. It's too stressful. It wasn't fun anymore. But I am a nail picker. I don't bite my nails as much as I am just a nail picker. I don't know what my problem is. I don't. I thoroughly enjoy picking my nails. I love it. But I'm getting down. A couple of my fingers have no nails. I mean, I'm getting really close to having no nails on a couple of these. When COVID happened, I started doing my own nails, and that was fine. But it's been about, 8 months, 10 months. I've just stopped even doing that, doing the acrylic, or I was using the hybrid gel or the gel sculpting stuff with nail forms or press on nails, doing it that way. And I love nails. I love the look of nails. I hate the look of natural nails. I just do. I don't like the look. I think it looks like man hands. I just don't care for it. But now that I'm back on YouTube, and I'm just busy online with like my jewelry store online, which I just realized I forgot to put on earrings. But I do have a vintage jewelry store online. I'll put the name and the web address right there. Vintage Envy. So I'm on the computer a lot is my point, and I'm typing a lot. And I will tell you, I absolutely love not having long nails when I'm on the computer. It just makes my life so much easier. So what I've done is I've painted these 3 nails. This is with gel paint because these nails are long enough. I actually had to file them down a little bit. They were ready for polish, just these 3. So I'm working towards having all 10 nails with gel polish. But I'm telling you, I just freaking love, I look at them and it's like, ooh, I'm going to pick right there. I don't know what my problem is. I just love it. So I'm going to be working on stopping chewing, biting, picking, whatever. I'm working on it. I'm sorry. My husband's like, I hate looking at your videos with your nails. It just looks awful. I'm like, I know it looks awful. Don't tell me something I already know. Tell me something I don't know. But anyway, I'm working on it, you guys. I have all the supplies. I have a ton of supplies. I have so much nail stuff. It's crazy. All right, what's next? This weekend, I just needed to get out of the house. Jonathan was gone, and I told my husband, let's just go to some vintage stores, some secondhand stores. So we did. I got this secondhand for like $3. I know, it's a no name, but I love it because, I just love it. I like this kind of stuff. It covers me up right where I want to be covered, including my butt. Anyway, I was paying for my items at the store, and I bought a really cute sweater. It's kind of like an Aztec type design sweater, poncho. And the girl goes, oh, this is so nice. I needed this the other night. I said, oh, why? Where were you? She goes, well, I was at the movies. And sometimes, it just gets cold. And I said, movies? What movies are out? I didn't know people still went to the movies. I don't know. I don't go to the movies anymore. But she's like, oh, we saw The Exorcist. And I go, oh, no. And she looks up at me. She hadn't really paid attention to me till I went, oh, no, why? Why did you go see that? And she's like, and I don't know this girl at all. And she's like, I don't know. It's kind of scary. I like being scared. I said, listen to me. I am a psychic, okay? I tell everybody I know, everybody I come across, do not watch that garbage. And as soon as those words came out of my mouth, here comes spirit. I go, look, here comes a spirit now. And, people aren't ready for me to say, oh, I'm a psychic, because how many times do you hear that? Not often at all. So she's still trying to process that I said I'm a psychic. And I heard from over here on this side, I heard someone go, like Teresa Caputo? And so I look over there, and I don't know who said it. I'm like, yeah, like Teresa Caputo, exactly. And so now okay, here comes spirit. I don't know who this is. I think this is the person from that shop. And so the girl who was ringing me up, she goes, oh, there's spirits here. There's spirits here. I know that much. But I said, here they come. Yeah, they're here. And they're like, what? Oh my God. Like kind of spirits here with me right now. I don't know who this is. But anyway, I was telling her, and there was such a long line. I couldn't stop and chit chat or try and talk to her any further. But, so I kind of just left, grabbed my stuff and left. Bye. So they're like, wait, I'll be back. So I thought that was interesting. It was kind of an opportunity for me to talk about spirit. One of my husband's clients, it's funny how my husband talks about this all the time to strangers, but he ended up telling her that I'm a psychic. So I'm going to go with him this week to his client's house. And I'm just going to talk to her. I kind of met her once from a distance, but I'm just going to sit down with her, see if she wants to talk. I'm missing people in person. I do. Spirit, you guys, spirit, they get in my throat. Why do you get in my throat, for God's sake? That's like my biggest fear is choking or suffocating or something, guys. Spirit. For God's sake, get out of my throat. Okay, don't watch The Exorcist. Go back in my videos, find a video where I'm telling you, don't watch garbage. I have a computer update. So I shipped off 2 computers to Benjamin, my son Benjamin, in Vermont. He's so freaking smart. This child, well, he's 20. Are you 26 now, Ben? I think you're going to be 26, right? This August? I can't remember. Isn't that awful? Anyway, since Ben was a baby, he's just been like engineering mind. And this was before engineering was even a thing back in the late 90s. I didn't know anything about engineering or any of that stuff. My daughter's actually an engineer. But anyway, Ben has the laptops. They're not going to survive. The laptop that I poured the coffee on, I haven't even had it a year. I had to go back on Amazon and find when did I buy this laptop? I thought it's been a couple, 2-3 years. No, it's been like 8 to 10 months. Audrey, you fool. I'm so mad at myself for destroying that laptop. I spilled a cup like this full of hot coffee just sitting down to do YouTube stuff, and I freaking I don't know what's wrong with me. Again, I don't know if it's COVID or old age or what, but I'm just like clumsy. I'm dropping things. I knock things over all the time. But the laptop's not going to survive. But what Ben's doing is he's taking out the hard drive. He's putting it in his computer, and then he's going to transfer all my documents and stuff. Because I have my book. I have a novel that I've written that I'm pretty much done with, but I haven't sent it off to the publisher yet. It's going to be published, but I need it. I need it. I have one version of the book on my external hard drive, but I don't think it's the most updated version of my copy. So Ben's going to do that. It's a bummer because Ben's roommate is a big engineer, Google, Facebook, Instagram. You know, these kids are making $400,000. These are real engineering people. And the computers aren't salvageable, unfortunately. So there we have it. That's the update on that. So in the meantime, I'm going to use my husband's computer. I don't want to buy another freaking computer. I'm sick of it. But I always travel with my computer, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to be able to have a computer when I travel, but as far as day-to-day stuff here at the house, I don't need it. But also being on my husband's computer, you know, he's like, you're taking up all the space, well, he doesn't say RAM because he doesn't know what that is. And honestly, I don't really either, but he's like, it's full, the memory's full, the memory's full. And I'm like, how is that possible? I have my own hard drive. I connect into your desktop. I'm not even in your business. My computer is in the secondary external hard drive. I just keep plugged into my husband's computer. So all of my YouTube stuff, my videos, my editing, all of that's on my little external hard drive. So I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know. But I don't like being stressed when I'm trying to edit videos because I really thoroughly enjoy editing. I love it. I love editing videos. It's super, super fun for me. Okay. Let's talk a little about, let me show you a couple things before we get into murder and spirits and stuff. I have 3 items I just want to share with you because I just love them. I'm a huge British royal fan. I love the royal family. I've been to England, I think 23 times in the last 12, 13 years. I was going twice a year and then COVID happened and I've only been back once since COVID, which was a few months ago actually. So anyway, I'm a huge royal fan. And my husband and I live just a few hours to Vegas. So we like Vegas. We like to go slot machines, sing shows, different stuff like that. So we drove to Vegas a few months ago. Actually, right when we got home from England, we drove to Vegas. I found this little dish at the secondhand store. Look at how cute he was. This is King Charles. Isn't that adorable? And I don't know, it's just a little trinket dish. And it says HRH, His Royal Highness, Prince Charles, Royal Souvenir. And then at the bottom here it says, this picture is from a portrait by Marcus Adams. So anytime I see British royalty stuff, I grab it. Always, always, always. And the shop in Vegas was really cheap. I think it wasn't like a name brand. It wasn't like Goodwill. It was like just a local Vegas shop. It was near Fremont Street. So near the old Vegas Strip. And then I found this fantastic beast. Look at this. Look. I'll read it to you. This is numbered 1012, official design, British Pottery Manufacturers Federation. Sandlandware, Lancaster and Sandland Limited, Hanley, Staffordshire, England. Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth. Coronation, June 2nd, 1953. This is, I have the chills. Oh my God, is the Queen gonna come in? This is from Queen Elizabeth's coronation. It's legit. Look at this. These were like $1. These items that I'm showing you right now. Now, interesting, I find more British stuff on the East Coast than out here on the West Coast, which makes sense, right? Because people went from the UK across the pond to New York, New England, and all that area. So when I was living in Vermont, hubby and I would go to New Hampshire a lot. New Hampshire has really nice secondhand shops. Anyway, I love this. Okay, and lastly, I have this beauty, and I'm not sure if this had a lid. I'm not even sure what this is. Why would it have two handles? It looks like a sugar bowl, but I don't know. There must have been a lid for this, but let me see what this says on the bottom. Look at this. It's so Art Nouveau, right? Is that the right word for this style? Art Deco. To commemorate the marriage of the Prince of Wales and Lady Diana Spencer, 29th July, 1981. Look how beautiful this is. Look at those animals in there. So if you're not aware, I've been channeling Diana since she passed, and she's actually been a very big part of my life and my psychic life. She's the one that kind of taught me how to use my gift. That's insane. Audrey, you sound like Lori Vallow. You're being wacko. Well, I don't know what to tell you. You know, Diana and I are like sisters. She knows all my details. I know all her details. So anything Charles and Diana related, I always get it. Anything British royal family, I always purchase. So this is like extra special for me, this one, because of my connection with Diana. I know. Do you guys understand how weird I feel all the time being a psychic? I specifically didn't ask for this. Did not ask. All right, let's move into some ghosty spirit question and answer stuff. Second cup of coffee. All right. I'm going to mention Nicola Bully. I'm going to mention the Vallow case. But let me first answer this question. Fire and Ice asked, can a spirit still alive come to you? So, Fire and Ice, thanks for the question. I know it's from a while ago, and I apologize for just not getting to it. Now, to me, your question is asking me if someone's alive, like you, let's say. Can I tap into you from here, from where I'm at? Can we communicate together? My experiences are this. I can communicate and tap in with someone and receive and give information from someone living if they're in the late stages of dying. For example, somebody has a horrible illness like cancer and they're in their final days. Yes. I've done it many times I shouldn't say many times. This usually happens when it's somebody, see, I'm picking. Can you see I'm picking? I'm picking my nails. This happens usually with someone close to home to me, a friend's relative, somebody, an acquaintance, or meeting someone and they're telling me that their loved one's at home in the last few days of their life, that kind of thing. I can tap in. I don't know. It's interesting because the person on the other end is not well, and their state of consciousness is kind of half in, half out. It's a phrase I use kind of like one foot in the grave, one foot on the other side. And I don't say that coldly. I don't say that as if it's something light. It's a big deal. It's upsetting when your loved one's at the end of life and they can't communicate very well. Maybe they can talk, but they don't have much breath left, or they're just out of it. Dying is a process, and I have to catch the person at the right time. But yeah, I can communicate with them. In fact, my friend's mother is showing herself to me right now, and I don't talk to Denise. Hi, Denise. She's here. Denise, hi. I haven't talked to Denise for years and years and years. I don't talk to Denise much. Denise is somebody I used to work with at school, and her daughter has been a good friend of mine for almost 20 years now. She's like a daughter to me. And I don't think her daughter watches my videos. Anyway. Denise, you're chit-chatting. I know. She's telling me everything going on right now. It's not good with her daughter's life. Stuff's been going on, bad stuff. I know, Denise, but let me get through this video. So Denise was dying in the hospital. Once. She had cancer on and off for a long time, but it's like, boom, all of a sudden the person's in their last days of life. And it's like, what happened? Like, why all of a sudden, they're going to be dead in hours? What? So weird. Anyway, yes, I can talk to people who are alive, and typically though their last stages of life. But I can tune in to anyone alive most of the time. That's kind of how I know. Here's an example. I met with a woman and her friend. The friend, I had already done a reading or two with her. Anyway, I met the new friend, new to me, and she wanted to know if her husband has ever been unfaithful. God, what a horrible thing to think about. So I tapped into him. I can tap into him. So I tapped into him and I saw, once with somebody, and, gave her the information. But yeah, so I can tap into people who are living. That's kind of just how it works. I don't know how to explain it. Not used for spying. I'm not trying to spy on anybody. Excuse me. But when people say, is my daughter going to grow up to be successful? Is my son ever going to find the woman of his dreams? That's when spirit takes me to kind of the energy of these loved ones who are alive and well. And I kind of am just hovering over them. My energy is, and I feel a little sneaky here and there when I do that because they have no idea that I'm doing that. So yeah, people could be tapping into me right now. I don't know if anyone's ever tapped into me, but I haven't noticed it. But yeah. it does feel a little sneaky sometimes, but but for me, I only try and give good news. I don't enjoy the questions that people are asking that's going to change their life in a negative way. But on the other hand, yeah, they deserve to know some of these things. But this is how I can kind of see someone's future and tell their loved ones, maybe it's a parent, yeah, your child's going to go to an Ivy League college, or your kid's not going to college, but they're going to be super successful anyway. And, let them be themselves, let them bloom their own way and live their life, without pressure kind of thing. So it does come in handy to check in on people who are living. Okay. Okay. Now, let's see. What do I want to talk about next? There's a few things. Okay, Donna Anderson. Let me go to your question, Donna. And I apologize. This is an old question, Donna, and I don't think I answered it. Donna Anderson asked, why would the spirit make you guess what the truth is instead of just telling you? Sorry if this is a foolish question. Donna, that's an amazing question. And I do have an answer for you. Up until recently, I have not understood that myself, Donna. It would make my life easier if spirit would just come through with full-blown conversation instead of doing these signs and letters and shapes and, showing me things and I have to guess. It's exhausting trying to figure stuff out, but that's why I often mention it to you guys is I need your help. What do you think this means? I don't know. But the answer I've been getting as of late is, Audrey, you're not God. You are not the creator. You don't have that ability. You have abilities, but you're not God. Yeah, I'm not. I know that. Okay. All right. Well, that makes me feel better because I often would wonder, like, what spirit? Come on. Just tell me. And spirit basically shows me all the time. They don't have access to, well, I shouldn't say they don't have access. They don't have permission to show me and tell me everything. They tell me the same thing all the time. You have to wait. Wait until you pass, then you're going to understand. And you're going to go, oh, okay. All right. So, Donna, I wish I was able to have more clearer, simpler involvement with spirit. Sometimes I get very clear messages. But generally speaking, yeah, I feel like a chicken. I'm picking and, I get little bits here, little bits there. They feed me some feed here and there. Here's some information. Yeah, I'm thankful I have the information I do because it's helped me in my own personal life with my loved ones who have passed. Because sometimes when you've lost somebody, it feels too hurtful. It's too hurtful to survive. It's too hurtful to go on without that person. And my mind would lock up. My mind gets in this consciousness state of, I can't go on. I can't live without this person. What am I supposed to do? I can't take a breath. I can't breathe without that person. Help me. Please, God, help me. It hurts too much. I can't do it. What am I supposed to do? I don't want to die. I don't want to kill myself, but show me how am I supposed to get through this? I don't know. So once I started embracing my gift, that was the coping mechanism I needed. And therefore, that's That's really why I'm here, because I want you to feel that same sense of relief that I have, where I can now exhale until I can be with my loved ones again. I'm okay. I can do this. I got this. You got this. You can do it, because you will see them again. And I know that's, as Christian, that's what you hear. You're gonna see your loved ones again when you die. And yes, that's 100% true, but it's not in a religious way. You don't have to be religious. You don't have to be Christian. And I know that's going to rub some people the wrong way, but that's the truth. That's what I'm shown. So it's important to know that. It's important to know also that your loved ones are with you. They come and visit you. But Audrey, I don't feel them. I don't feel them around me. It's been 10 years. I know. My own relatives don't come in, some of them. And that's strictly because they're doing something else. They can't right now, but it doesn't mean that you're blocked. It just means they can't engage with you. It doesn't mean they're not there. They just can't engage with you. And what do I mean by engage with you? I'm talking about moving items or flashing the lights. I hate saying that, because when I usually say flashing lights, the lights start flashing. Okay, so I know you're waiting for signs. You're waiting to see the pennies on the floor. You're waiting for a hummingbird to come. You're waiting for a butterfly to come visit. You're waiting for something. Here comes Spirit. I don't know who this is. You're waiting for signs, and you're not getting your signs. It's okay. You're still okay. Your loved ones are fine. I promise you. Maybe your loved one took their own life and you're not feeling their presence. I promise you they're okay. Honestly. I feel your pain right now because you feel that absence, that loss. Exhale. No, I'm telling you, as a friend, as a mother, as a sister, as a daughter, I would not lie to you. I would not give you false information. I want you to live your life knowing your loved one is okay, despite the fact that they took their life, despite the fact they were murdered, despite the fact they weren't born, despite the fact they died in a tragic way. Just please understand, if you don't get anything else out of my channel, understand this. Your loved ones are fine. Okay? Please, please, please know that. All right. A few of you have asked me, a lot of you, about the Nicola Bully. Nicola Bully case. I'll put a picture of her up here. Is this a recent case? So I went on Google. Well, first I told you guys, yes, I will put this case in my front burner. It's been on my back burner. I'll put this case on my front burner. I just don't want to do too many cases at one time, because I don't want spirits getting confused, or, when, for example, when I have spirit here, let's say when I have Kaylee here from the Idaho Fort. Kaylee's a strong energy. Let's say Kaylee's here, she's with me. Well, Nicola Bully's probably not going to come into my presence, because if I got Kaylee in here on a regular basis in my house, other spirits won't come in typically. They just won't. It's kind of like a respect thing. The other spirits, spirits respect each other. Most of the time, they will not come in if there's even a residual of someone else's energy around me. So I'm not done with the Koberger case. I'm not done with a few other cases. So I want to like wrap up, so to speak, some of this other stuff, like the Madeline. See, now I get confused. There's Maddie from the Idaho 4. Now we have Madeline McCann from this other story. So I kind of want to get through the Madeline McCann information before I pick up another case, because I don't want to get my wires crossed, if you know what I mean. It's important to me that I'm clear. But I will talk about the Nicola Bully case. I will. Okay, so speaking of the McCann case and the dangerous atmosphere I see in Portugal, I cannot emphasize enough that I have nothing against Portugal, okay? I don't, and I can't wait to go there. I can't wait to go to the Mediterranean. I have not been. I found this on, I think, Instagram, and nowhere is safe, you guys. So, I've been to London so many times, but, this thing right here says, there is a phone reported stolen in London every 6 minutes. Now, I love London. I've been by myself many times. Many times. But before I go, I educate myself on what I'm in for. And I didn't take my kids until I had been a couple of times because I wasn't sure it was safe. And at the time, my kids were teenagers. They were like 14 and 16. So even at that age, I'm still protective over them because stuff happens. So yeah, London's very unsafe if you don't know what you're doing, or you don't know what parts of London to avoid. And but that's how it is everywhere. I got groped in Paris in the metro with my daughter. I swear to God, I was this close to poking this guy's eyes out. I was just going to poke his eyes out. But then I'm like, do I want to go to jail in France and Paris? I don't know. But anyway, my point is, I'm again, anyone who lives in Portugal or you're Portuguese, please understand. I'm not trying to say anything bad about your country. I cannot wait to go there. So yeah, nowhere safe. Sorry, nowhere is safe. I'm just saying it's not. You're not safe anywhere. Okay. Have I talked to Tylee and JJ? This is from the Lori Vallow Daybell case. And I'm not really talking about that case. Excuse me. I'm not really talking about that case because don't we know who did it? Don't we know all the ins and outs of that disgusting, I just want to curse right now. I just want to curse. A lot of the discussion right now, talking to my husband, because he's like, oh, did you hear this or did you hear that? No, but I don't really care to hear this or that. And what I'm referring to is all of the, I have to, let me say one bad word, okay? Can I just say one bad word? The bullshit religion garbage. I don't want to hear the bullshit religion garbage that this woman was involved in, that Chad was involved in, that her brother was involved in. It infuriates me. My dad was in a cult until I was 18 years old. It destroyed my childhood. He destroyed my childhood. I write about it in my novel. You'll have to wait for my book, but you'll understand why I don't want to hear anything about this bullshit religion. I already know it. I lived it. These people are nuts. Actually, they're not even nuts, these people. They're evil. They're hungry for power and control over people. That's what their religion is about. I don't want to raise my blood pressure. I know who did it, and he's dead. I will do a video on the case for the pure fact to see if the kids will come in, but I'm putting it off because I'm scared. I don't want to hear from the kids. Have you heard what they looked like? Have you heard? Can you picture in your own mind what these kids went through? That Tylee is a bucket full of fat and bones? I don't know if I can handle that. Not even just as a mother, but as a freaking human being. It's awful. I just get gaggy. I get like I'm going to vomit. I don't know if I even want to talk about that case. Anyway, that's why I don't talk about it, because we know who did it. He's dead. He was murdered. And I think I said this before, but Lori Vallow Daybell, in my opinion, deserves the death penalty. By shooting. She's in Idaho. That's where the case is being conducted. She should get the firing range. And I don't say that easily. Because as I've said before, that's a horrible way to die, being shot to death. And as far as I can tell, I haven't really been listening to or watching any of the videos, but just kind of, when you scroll through YouTube and you see a thumbnail and it's Chad or, whoever, I've noticed thumbnails of Chad. And when I see Chad, oh yeah, he's got his tail between his legs. He's dropped Lori like a hot potato. Because he's not, well, he got caught. He's not really the person that he portrayed himself to be with all his followers. That was his power trip. That was his way to feel in charge and pretend like he's God and pretend like he's Jesus, and for people to respect him and love him and give him money. It's all garbage, you guys. It's garbage. And I'd rather spend my time on some other cases. If something comes up that I'm interested with that case, with the Daybell case, I'll talk about it. But I have not talked to Tylee or JJ or Charles or Alex or Chad's ex-wife or wife. I haven't talked to any of them. All right, that's it. It's been an hour. I apologize that this video is so long, but I feel better. I feel like I just needed to get some random stuff off my chest and talk to you guys. Friend to friend. You guys are my friends, and I appreciate your time. You could be doing so many different things and listening to other YouTubers and stuff, so I appreciate you listening to my voice today. Okay, so I'll see you soon. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. Let's get to the 1,000 subscribers so we can go live. I can't wait to do lives. They're so fun. They're a little exhausting because I get really worked up and I feel all the energy and everything, but I'm excited for that. So you guys take care. I'll see you really soon. All right. Ciao.